So, as you can see on the screen, EA remembered what icon SBCs are, and today they dropped a bunch of them, and in this video in particular, we're going to be trying out the 92 rated Prime Icon Moments Marcel Desailly. If you want to improve your Ultimate Team and need some coins to do so, you should check out my sponsor IG Vault. There's a link to do so in the description, and if you use the code Kieran, you'll get yourself a nice little discount off your order. Now, I've actually got this guy as a base item on my main account, and it's an excellent card. I really do enjoy using it. So I'm really interested to see how this Prime Icon Moments version of it actually performs, because if it's really good, I might end up actually doing it on my main account. So let's have a look at this card, shall we? Stands at 6'1" and has medium high work rates, which is obviously pretty ideal for a centre back. And in terms of traits, we've got power header and solid player. But we want to be having a look at these in-game stats, and for the most part, they're pretty good, especially the defensive and their physical columns. Like physically, he has elite strength, really high aggression, good stamina for a centre back, and nice jumping as well. He's 6'1", so he doesn't need, you know, crazy high jumping stat, but 89 is definitely going to be good enough, or at least should be, for someone of his height. His defensive stats are brilliant, obviously really good interceptions, defensive awareness is also pretty high, and stand tackle also pretty damn high as well. You just need, you know, a slight defensive chem style on him, and you're going to max out those stats with pretty much ease. So yeah, really happy with them. Dribbling is pretty average at this stage, to be honest. Good to see nice composure though, and a good reaction stat, but other than that, the stats in that area aren't too great. So we'll see how he turns in matches, and it's also worth mentioning the passing at this stage of the game is probably pretty poor, especially around Team of the Season where we're getting so many centre-backs who have pretty high vision and also really good passing stats. So in regards to distribution, not expecting too much from this guy, but obviously in the main areas, the pace, the defending and the physical, he's looking pretty freaking solid. So what are we thinking for a chem style? Like, as per usual with centre-backs, the choices are normally between Anchor and Shadow, and although Shadow does give a decent boost to the physicals, I think his physicals are already good enough. So I'm thinking we go with Shadow, max out all of his defensive stats, and give him the best possible pace we can. At this stage of the game, I think this is the right chem style for him. I think maybe earlier in the game, Anchor might have been the one, but right now everyone's running around with like 90 plus pace centre back. So I think Shadow is going to be the one for us. In this one, Desailly is going to get the FUT Champs test. He's up against Neymar and Mbappe. Yes, Desailly. Good bit of strength there to knock him off the ball. Nice. Oh, I thought it was nice from Desailly. Can we get the slide tackle in there? No, just missed. Yes, nice block though by the Frenchman. Desailly positioned well. Oh, though we almost gave away a good chance. Wasn't to the box. Oh, that's a great block by Desailly there. Neymar. Oh, I just couldn't get back at him with Desailly there. Just didn't turn quick enough. Yes, Desailly. We knew what Mbappe was going to do there. Closed him down very nicely. So that's the first half done and dusted. It's actually been a really tight game. As you can see, we have just been the more clinical of the two sides. Here's Mbappe trying to get through, but Desailly deals with him very effectively. Ball comes through once more. Desailly picks up the ball off Mbappe again. Mbappe, we know he's going to keep cutting back, and Desailly once again times his tackle perfectly. Nice, Desailly just came out of his line and made sure he got the job done. Once again, Mbappe versus Desailly, and it's the defender who comes out on top. Okay, that time we shot out a line and we missed. We've probably got away with one there. Desailly, has he got the pace to keep up with Mbappe? Yes, he has. And shepherds him out and wins the ball. Oh, Desailly reaches out nicely to intercept there. Now, despite conceding a few goals, I actually thought Desailly was really solid in that game. Had a lot of work to do, and yeah, we were up against a good opponent. And Desailly is going to be blocking a headliner's Mahrez, who at this point is getting a ridiculous card. He's had a lot of upgrades recently, and that card is becoming really good. He's also got FUT Birthday Royce, who I think is outstanding. Mendy does well to clean up. Desailly now with a chance to clear. I put a lot of power into that, and although it's ended up being a good through ball, I actually wanted it to be fairer up the field, but nonetheless, we got the ball, so I won't complain too much. Well, randomly at 1-0, my opponent decided to quit, so yeah, that's that. Okay, Desailly's got a tough job in this game. He's actually going to be marking some icons himself. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I just couldn't change player, but eventually we got Desailly and made a good tackle. Nice Desailly, who I actually tried to fire that ball up the field, and that's the kind of pass that happened. Nice, good positioning there by Desailly, good pick up. Nice Desailly, another good interception there. Oh, Desailly hunting upfield, and he's done well too. Dalglish tries to shot across goal, but Marcel is having absolutely none of that. So it's half-time in this one. Sadly, we don't have a clean sheet to keep protecting. Unfortunately, the goal was a penalty, and wasn't Desailly's fault. But aside from that, he's been really, really solid, to be fair. Nice Desailly, big interception there. Oh, don't like that. That's a big block there from the Frenchman. Oh, Desailly went for the tackle there, but didn't fully connect. Win that. Easy. All day. All day. Oh, Desailly with an unconventional block there. And there's the full-time whistle. Unfortunately, we couldn't find a winner in this one. I thought Desailly actually had a really solid debut. I know he's only got quote-unquote one tackle, but made plenty of intercepts, which is great. And yeah, everything else is, you know, nearly at 100%. So yeah, happy with his opening display. So a few games are now out the way. It's time to discuss the performances of this prime icon moments Desailly, and it's also time to discuss whether he's worth completing the SBC for or not. And straight up, I'm going to say no, he's not. And the reason I'm going to say that is because right now, his cost on the market is literally the same as his cost via SBC. So there's no point completing the SBC when you can just buy them on the market for the same price. You're just not going to get good value for money. Now, fair enough, you could say, oh, I'll just use untradables, so it's not costing me anything. Yep, you could do that, but them untradables do have a value, and you could use them in another SBC. So just in terms of SBC cost, I don't think this Desailly is worth the pickup, in my opinion anyway. Saying that, I do believe him to be a very good defender, like a top tier centre back. He is very, very good. Like in terms of just like one-on-one defending, he's excellent. I love his tackling. His interceptions are great. He seems to be just able to react to situations pretty well around him, and he just gets blocks in, which is obviously what you want from a defender. Also from a physical standpoint as well, he's very good, he's very strong, he's very aggressive in the tackle, and he will win the ball in them duels, which is great. Not just, you know, like shoulder-to-shoulder ones either, but aerially as well. He's a good defender. Like that's ultimately it. It's a very, very good defender. Like I don't really have like any standout negatives for this card. The only thing that I wasn't too keen on is on the 10, he's just not quite as mobile as some other options in the game, but in like one-on-one situations, he is excellent. He's a brilliant defender, and he does position himself rather well for most part too. So yeah, really, really happy with the card from a defensive point of view. I will say though, his passing is yeah, not great for this stage of the game. He's one of them centre backs who, if you're wanting to, you know, get rid of the ball, he's pretty much, you know, a hit and hook kind of defender. He's not someone who's going to pick out too many precise passes. I suppose you could put a catalyst chem style on him if you wanted to do so. That way you still get the pace boost and you increase his passing. So that could be something to consider if you do play out the back, because that will obviously give him a good boost, a useful boost in the passing area. But anyway, as I say, all in all, it's an excellent centre back item. It really, really is. I just don't think it's good value for money in the fact that the cost of the SBC is just the same as the cost on the market. In my opinion, like players like this, the SBC cost should always be much lower than the cost on the market for it to be good value. It's also worth mentioning the fact that there are just so many good French centre backs in this game, and you can actually pick up 91 rated Road to the Final Varane for around 1 million coins now, and I just think in terms of value for money, he is better if you're deciding between the two. Obviously, you might not have the coins for this Road to the Final Varane if you're thinking about using your untradables, but just in like, you know, a one-on-one, you know, comparison, Road to the Final Varane is definitely the better card in my opinion anyway. Like Varane, we all know, is just broken in this game. There's also some really, really good other French centre-backs already available. Team of the Season for Fana, I think, is excellent, and Team of the Season Koundé the same, and they are both like 200k, and at that price, they're just excellent value for money compared to this Desailly. So yeah, as much as I like this card, and I really, really did like this card, I just don't think 1.2 million for him at this stage of the game is good value for money at all. So unfortunately, I am going to say avoid this SBC unless you just really want this card in your club. But as I say, if you do it, you won't be disappointed because it is an excellent centre-back item. And luckily, there are loans available, so if you're still unsure, you can obviously just try them. So guys, those are my thoughts on the 92 rated Prime Icon Moment Desailly. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on the item. Also, let me know who do you think is the best French centre-back in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team. Let's say best French centre-back aside from Team of the Season Varane, because I get the feeling just most people are just going to pick him anyway. Or I guess you could say your best value French centre-back. So yeah, go for that instead. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. As I say, if you have enjoyed the video, drop a like rating on it. Be sure to be active in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. I will catch you in the next one.